Macho John Madden on my balcony, 2 blocks away from the beach. And well, there's a breeze stirring. I'm really tired. When the excitement died away from a couple of very funny videos I made at the end of the day, after I'd gotten a lot of healing by talking to friends and shooting a video, I started to get really tired. And the last thing I did when I came around the corner up there, I had left my keys in the apartment 2 days ago, and it created a whole mess. Hours of me thinking I was going to sleep on the street before the landlord came in through the back door and found them. So last thing I did was to check for the keys, and I couldn't find them. Could not find them. Looked every place twice. Could not find them. Came down here and was greeted by Iker first, the dad, and then Roxana, the mom, who I had been so close with, and who we had a big falling out. But then this morning, when I threw her a cigarette, she threw me an angel, which was pretty amazing. So we're on much better terms. We had a real trouble thing. And when I explained I didn't have my keys, she, goddess that she is, jimmied the lock. Now, don't tell the landlord that. He's not supposed to know that. And I said, the one thing I know for sure is I did not leave them in the house because I was really careful not to. And then the landlord came around, and she came up and whispered to me, which was exactly that thing that bothered me so badly the other day. She said, don't tell him how you got in. And that sounded like good advice, and I decided I'd follow that. So the landlord said, I came in through the back way and found the keys. You had left them in the same place you had the other day, just inside the door, which is troubling. And we came upstairs, and he told me his plans for some things, and then he said, come on back downstairs, I want to show you something. Now, this is exactly the situation where I've been holding the line and saying I'm too exhausted. But again, with him, as I had just done with her, I said, let's give him one. So I went very slowly down the stairs, which are hard on my knees. And he took me out in the back and said, I'm going to create for you a shower out here by putting a rod up here and running water back here, which would be amazing. I had totally forgotten I have a little backyard, which needs, if I was to stay, there's a lot you could do with it. It's not much now. It sounded like a great idea, so I said, wow, that's awesome. Mostly, none of his plans work out. I wanted to say, if you could just get water running to the apartment, that would be nice, but I didn't say that. I said, thank you, that's great. And Iker blew up the air mattress. I didn't have to do that. He's got more wind than I, and this is the firmest it's been yet. And then Victor left, and the family left, and the birds are nice, and I have several drinks. None of them are really cold, but I love this one. I discovered this at our little local Mojo Rama, which is, yeah, like that. And there's a nice breeze, and I don't think I have Alzheimer's, but it did trouble me that I did exactly that which I said I would. It wasn't St. Paul who said that. I do not do the things I said I would do, and I do exactly that. Oh, well, one thing I left out about today. One thing that caused a lot of peace of mind today was knowing that I was only going to be here a month, which I think is still true. I absolutely gave up any thoughts of seduction of any of the various women I had on my mind. And that a deep peace settled over me. Now, how do I repeat that when I get to Cozumel? I don't know. But because of that, over at my favorite OXO store, where there's the woman, Mari Esther, who had been my chief fantasy for months, and I really have I just let go of any of the high school girls, any of the foxy women who came in the store, and I just danced. I put my headphones on and danced and really tore the place up, mostly just in one corner, but everybody was seeing it and giving me big smiles and high fives. And then a couple times I just danced through the whole store. I was super happy. Super happy. And then very worn out. It had something to do with how worn out I was. But like, what's the piece that should be missing? Or what's the piece that should be added? Or what would we have be different? I was watching a trailer for a movie. I think it's an old Tom Hanks movie, Bridge of Spies, maybe. And it's the Russian defector who has to go back to Russia. And at several places, Tom Hanks asks him, "Aren't you worried about that?" And the guy says, "Would it help?" He's a guy completely devoid of anxiety. He just won't go there. And, you know, if it was good enough for Alfred E. Newman in Mad Magazine when I was growing up, where he'd say, "What, me worry?" Where's the hand of God not? Show me. Show me where is the hand of God not? I don't think I can improve on that. Okay, I'm shutting up.